Assalamualaikum and greetings to everyone. I'm Natasha Edi.
And I'm Shasha Kalika. Welcome to Bulletin Casper.
In today's highlight, we have COVID-19 impact towards the mice industry, governments of Malaysia planning to reopen the mice industry, new SOPs has been released to create a safe event environment.
So what is COVID-19? COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by SARS-CoV-2 virus. We have been facing for almost 3 years and many of our industries have been affected, including mice industry. So let's move to our reporter Afrika Kamarudin to tell us the situation of mice industry during pandemic COVID-19.
Now you are live with me, Nur Afika binti Ahmad Kamarudin, to give you the live update on the effect of pandemic COVID-19 to our mice industry in Malaysia. Due to the COVID-19, the country border has been closed, which gave a high impact to our mice industry, or more specifically business events. It's not only affected locally, but also globally around the world. The pandemic COVID-19 significant disruption to all forms of economic activities since 2019, when the first case was reported in Wuhan, China. Of course, this has badly affected our event industry, as many events need to be postponed or worse, cancelled.
COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
Here, I would like to share some of the effect of the pandemic COVID-19 toward our mice industry. A lot of events have been postponed or cancelled, which will lead to loss of the country. It will affect the economic of the country, since mice industry is one of the biggest contribution to the country economy. Other than that, the pandemic COVID-19 also affect the event industry in changing the live event toward the hybrid or the virtual event. This will be time-consuming, as all the event players need to learn to use the applications such as Zoom meeting or StreamYard when they are doing a planning for their events. Last but not least, there is a lot of limitation in an event when it be done virtually. Mostly big events such as exhibition and convention are more lively when be done live, but change it to a virtual event will make a lot of limitation for the events, such as in terms of the decoration and the interest and also the activity during the event.
I think when you have a big business event like that, you could have your biggest day a year because of something like this if you have a few big corporate dinners.
Thank you. That's all for now. So we're going back to my partner at the main room. Thank you.
Thank you to Afrika Kamarudin. We can see that this pandemic has affected us in various aspects, including the mice industry. 2 years have passed and we are expecting a proper plan from the government for the future of our mice industry. With that, we'll continue with the next news. Government of Malaysia planning to reopen the mice industry.
Thank you, Natasha Edi. Now you are back with me to give the update on the current situation. Since the number of cases has been reducing, the government has taken a few actions to reopening the mice industry in Malaysia.
Travel lane between Singapore and Malaysia is expected to facilitate business and reunite families. At the same time, residents on both sides of the causeway are also hoping for a reopening of land borders. Afifa Arifin with this report.
The government has slowly reopening the border of Malaysia and remain open for any business events, as it is one of the Malaysian economic recovery and growth goal telling by our Prime Minister Dato Sri Ismail Sabri. Other than that, Malaysia government also implement the preventing measure, which based on the country current pandemic situation, and currently Malaysian is in phase 3 and phase 4. According to this phase, there will be a specific SOP that need to be followed to ensure the safety of all people around Malaysia. For example, people who attending the mice events such as convention and exhibition need to always wearing a mask and adapting the social distancing always during the event to avoid any infection of COVID-19. Next, the government also established One-Stop Center OSC in October 2020, aiming for business travelers to enter Malaysia in a short term. They also create a safe travel portal for these business travelers to report their entry and out in the country. On 1 November 2021, business travelers are allowed for long-term visits via My Travel Pass in Malaysia. So that's all from now. We are going back to the main room with my partner.
Malaysia is planning to reopen the mines industry. It is good to know that we have a plan to build back our mines industry. But what is the effective way or SOPs that need to be followed in order to avoid the new cluster?
Thank you so much. So now I will give the update on the effective way or the SOP that has been implemented that have been done to make sure the reopening of the mines industry safe and sound. The National Security Council (NSC) has released the latest Standard Operation Procedure (SOP) for the tourism sector in state under the Movement Control Order (MCO), specifically for the meeting, incentive, convention, and exhibition MICE sector. The new SOP are applicable to events including the travel fair, trade fair, travel mart, travel bazaar, and other carnivals. The operational hour for such events are between regular opening hour and 10 p.m. cut-off time. The limit on delegate, participant, and visitor is set at 25% of the premise capacity, with a maximum of 250 people per event or for every 1,000 square meter, which is lower. Other than that, every entry point must be equipped with the body temperature scanner, MySejahtera QR code, and hand sanitizer for the public usage. Information pertaining COVID-19 must be announced before, during, and after program or events. Next, a briefing must be conducted for an event supplier and exhibitor at least 1 day before the event itself regarding the management of exhibition, the itinerary flow, as well as safety precaution before, during, and after the event. Both the event organizer and premises owner must ensure staff on duty, exhibitor, visitor, and participant involved in the event continuously wear face masks or shield while on site. Before we going back to main room, let me share with you the footage that has been shared by Malaysian Association of Convention and Exhibition on the SOP during the MICE event.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The new normal business event for first session is now ended. The exhibition hall will be closed for disinfection and all visitors are required to leave the hall now. Thank you for attending new normal business event.
So that is the video that have been shared by Masios in conducting an event in Kuala Lumpur Convention Center. I hope this information will give a benefit to all event players out there. That is all from me. Thank you, and we're moving back to the main room.
That's all the news for today. We hope everyone got the insight of the situation of our MICE industry.
And together we build it back up to improve the economy of our country. That's all in Bulletin Casper. I'm Sasha Kalika.
I'm Natasha Edi. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.